Hi Sagittarius, so welcome to your April 2020 general reading. I'd like to take the time just to wish that everyone watching that you're safe from harm, that your loved ones are safe from harm, and that we all come to realise that everyone's our loved ones. But blessings to you all. And I was a little bit, oh my gosh, what can I do to help? And then I just thought I would do some videos. I don't know if it'll help or not, but it's got me out living at that place of living in my mind. It's not a good place to be, Sagittarius. Try and connect with your instincts. Yeah? Jupiter, the spiritual eye. Try and keep a vision. And if that vision is just for, not just, but that personal health, then you do that. And a vision, but the more you can create this vision for the whole world, the better. But first of all, look after yourself, Sagittarius. Sorry, I went off a little bit there. I just did an Aries reading and it was such a visionary reading. And I find that with all the fire signs, for some reason, are getting a very, very strong vision of the future. And I'm not sure why. I mean, obviously Aries sun and it trines all the fire signs. I'm not sure. But let me just focus on the cards. So please give, for whoever's watching, as clear guidance and support to help them through this very challenging transition that we're all in. Deep breath. Okay, let's see what's going on. The Three of Cups behind you with the Hermit card. Just everyone's getting the Hermit card. Or the Nine of Pentacles, Four of Swords, Two of Swords. But it doesn't... The Three of Cups is a card of connection. So maybe you're in isolation with some other people. Or you're contacting in one way or another. And actually, some Sagittarius... See, some people, maybe they don't have as much fear in their... they don't have as much fear in their early history. So they're reacting in a different way. There's some Sagittarius that are just, oh my gosh, I've got time off. Okay? If that is you, absolutely wonderful. If it's not you, you know, I really, really understand. The gift is the moon. Challenge is the Five of Pentacles, yeah. And the Eight of Swords is a challenge, okay? So, that, you know, there's definitely a feeling of being restricted here. And obviously, so many people maybe a little bit, or more than a little bit, worried about the essential nature. It's very interesting because it's the gift. What's coming up in your relationship? Share the World card. There might be a healing of something. The Five of Pentacles, I haven't read as a money card since last autumn. It started, I mean, now and again it obviously is, but it started about being... Five of Pentacles I read as the wound of separation. So feeling cut off. It's the gift, which means there might be a little bit of a change on that. Page of Wands and money and work. Which is very interesting because I thought, because it's the gift, I thought, it's almost like from hardship a new opportunity is going to spring. And that's what the Page of Wands is. Two of Pentacles at a soul position. I mean, it might be, and then you get two cards for the outcome, Six of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. So I think for any Sagittarius who are having financial stresses, you know, the fundamentals, not being able to pay the rent, the mortgage and your bills, it would seem to me, so there's a really loud noise, that there will be new opportunities, although it might be a little bit of juggling in the meantime. And then the outcome of the Six of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune, this is about work, this is definitely about rebalancing it, and Fortuna, and some good grace coming in, some blessings coming in, which tends to represent the Five of Pentacles as a financial issue when it's showing up as the gift. Like, it's called grace under fire, because grace can be very gentle, or it can be like Goddess Kali that comes and just cuts your head off. That's almost what this trauma feels like for all of us. But quite often, challenging times can birth new opportunities, Sagittarius. So for you to identify with this, it looks like end of April, there's going to be some sort of good fortune, some sort of blessings. I also need to know what's going on in your relationships, because the Five of Pentacles can be a bit healing. The image tells the story, and the rest of it is just practice, practice, practice. If you do enough readings, you get what this Five of Pentacles is about. There's two people, both separate from the solution, which is always love, by the way. One person tries to offer light, the other person is being protective. Now, why is this the gift and the World card just showing up in your relationships then? Tell me why the Five of Pentacles is the gift. Okay, now you get the Four of Swords. I might have to do something else to find out what that's about. Anyhow, what you're looking for is the Moon. The Moon, again, is a bit like being in the mystery, deep rest, but the Moon's also about nurturement. Yeah, very, very deep nurturement. And if there's anything we need right now, is a sense of nurturement, a sense of being guided, being protected. I guarantee you we all are, Sagittarius. It's almost like, I don't know how to put it, and I've been seeing it in the readings, there's some sort of benevolence just for everyone here. And it's almost like, and maybe I only attract viewers who have that spirit, I don't mean that, but there seems to be a protection going on. And sometimes that Moon can feel very vulnerable, very, very exposed. So I'm guessing what you're wanting is nurturement, a sense of safety, a sense of security, because the Moon the Moon moves in the most familiar patterns around the sky, and it provides for us this guiding consistency. So maybe you, as a part of you, just, what's going on, a lot of questioning. But the fact that the Five of Pentacles is the gift, there's something in this for you. The challenge is the Eight of Swords, so feeling a little bit, it's about feeling restricted. Everyone's either got that, the Four of Swords and Nine of Pentacles, something about being separate from the whole, yeah. It's what we have at the moment. And remember, true spirituality and emotional health is about accepting the exactly what's going on. So work as much as you can to do that, to control your fears, to go, oh my God, the Eight of Swords, I feel like it's almost like feeling like a trapped wild horse, and just going, no, I have to bear with this. So tell me more. What's this about for Sagittarius? again, it came out twice. It's about being isolated. Okay. So the World card, even being exhausted actually, because some people watching might be a frontline staff member who have to work extra hours, who are exhausted. And, you know, maybe you're one watching who can't rest. Sorry if I haven't been thinking about you. I have been thinking about you. It's just that I'm in isolation. I feel very, very like that. So the World card in your relationships is the ending of a cycle. Can I tell me more about it? Because I might be able to understand what the Five of Pentacles is about then. Yeah, you get both Capricorn cards. So Capricorn represents, it can represent restrictions and feeling things are, yeah, just a little bit restricted here. But the World card is the first card, and the World card is also Saturn, but it's the Saturn part of us who's learnt what we have to learn, okay? Saturn's a difficult planet when we haven't fully assimilated its lessons, because the World card is the Master card. That's what Saturn represents in our birth chart. But sometimes we're in one part of it and other times we're in the other part of it. And it seems to be there's a lot of synthesizing and a lot of lessons being learnt here. It looks like mostly you're trying to complete some sort of cycle. And the Five of Pentacles is the gift. It's obviously about being maybe a relationship where there's been quite a big division. I feel, this is my reading, and I know that you can't short circuit your process, Sagittarius. It's not healthy to short circuit a process. But going for the World is like going for, it's almost like that affirmation. I'm ready to complete. I'm ready to complete. What did I need to learn from this experience? And something that you probably have to learn from that Five of Pentacles is something to do with self-esteem. Either you or the other person has had their heart too guarded. Something like that, but move as much into this part of the world than the Devil part of the world. Because the Devil part of the world is just sometimes when we feel that we're in flames. Yeah, this is intense, I want this to end. And the World part of it is like, oh my gosh, that was such a massive learning. And knowing deep within ourselves that we'll never ever quite be the same again. But not in a negative way. In a very, very, it's almost like a maturing way. When we're ready to launch our destiny, ready to launch into a brand new chapter of our lives. Okay, the Devil is the Lovers backwards, which means for some of you, it might have been a relationship that became, a relationship can become distorted when it falls into one of the person's shadow realm. So it gets taken over by fear of intimacy, fear of vulnerability, and so the relationship never quite fully works out. And then sometimes some of us are left carrying that energy. And for some of you, that's what you're completing here. Boy, Sagittarius, I wasn't expecting this, sorry. I told you all the fire signs are very, very powerful readings for all of you. And even though maybe the Eight of Swords is feeling restricted, all we can do, Sagittarius, every person in this planet, and probably the ones that don't, you know, some people are having to go out every single day, but if you're not one of them, you're going to have to use it to rest, pull your energy back, because this guy's just been in a Three of Swords. And it's like rest, recuperate, complete. Keep saying, I've been saying to myself, oh, I accept that apology from someone who never gave it. And I'm just completing all the unfinished business of my whole life, which is weird because I never pulled you an additional guidance card. Can I have one, especially for the relationships? Because there's a little bit of confusion here. There's some of you watching, and I know that you know what it's about. What's going on in Sagittarius? Yeah, you got to be fair, which is like the Libra card. It's about balance. It's about exclusion and inclusion. Who's part of your life? Who excludes you from their lives? Libra is a really, really important archetype because our relationships are very important to us. Sometimes we never quite fully understand why something happens until hindsight. Hindsight's the most powerful thing on in this whole planet, to be able to understand something from a distance. And sometimes maybe that's where the Five of Pentacles is the gift that is giving you, the gift of distance, to be able to reflect, look back. And some of you, your relationships are fine. You're both just feeling a little bit I can imagine some Sagittarius feeling a little bit oh, I just need some freedom here. I need to be able to run a bit more free. Page of Wands and money and work is potential new opportunities for some of you, especially if the Five of Pentacles has been, you've lost your job, there's difficulty meeting essential needs, or other people around you are having that difficulty, because sometimes when other people around us are having the difficulty, it's the same as us having it. So, but the Page of Wands seems to be new potential. Soul position, Two of Pentacles is a bit juggling. Some of you might be supporting someone else a little bit here. The Five of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles is the outcome. Whatever we give, Sagittarius always comes back to us. The spirit has a different economic system, and all of us have got to try and see this event through the eyes of spirit and not the eyes of Caesar. If you don't mind me, I don't know what else word to use, the Maya. When you see it through the eyes of spirit, if you're called to give even a little bit of aid to someone, then it automatically comes back to you in one way or another. Or it might be the other way around, and you're the one who's in need of a little bit of support. That support will come, look, and it's a blessed support. It's that support that's some sort of seed that you planted in the past. And it's generally always that feeling when we have given of ourselves mentally, emotionally, financially, beyond what we had to. And exactly when we need it is exactly when it comes back. So if finances are an issue, it would seem to me there'll be some sort of resolve. I think there's a relationship dynamic going on here. You've got two very, very powerful major arcana showing up. I think for some of you, a relationship dynamic has gone a bit, not particularly wrong. It might feel a bit blocked. It might feel a bit oppressive. Everyone's going to feel a bit oppressed. Just because I think especially being a Sagittarius, you're not really destined to live in a very, very tight space. And it's so, but the Six of Pentacles is either receiving support or giving it. And it's very blessed because the Wheel of Fortune's there. So I'm going to pull 3 more cards for you. I find every sign, I think, have needed a little bit of extra clarity. 3 cards. I want to know a little bit more about why that Five of Pentacles is the gift, because I really like it when it's the gift, because it means something's been born out of pressure. which is how everything's born, by the way. Think about it. It's like, that's what birth is. The pressure's too much now. So something has to give, something has to be created. It's all Pentacles. So that King of Pentacles, very, very, very stubborn card. This could be a person. Inflexible, unopen to change, and very slow moving. Look, not refusing to budge. If it's financial, I think there's a lot of energy about potentials going on for you. Receiving support. Because it's a king and a knight is quite high. And look, they're both bringing forward a pentacle, which is support. Why, oh why, is this Four of Cups showing up though? Because that's not wanting to receive support. Look. This is, so I'd like to take back what I said. I think quite a lot of that Five of Pentacles might be, if it's not your financial pressure, oh my God, the world. I went out to local shop today. I came back and I burst into tears because it's like the amount of trauma and stress out there, Sagittarius. I've got Pisces moon. I can't cope with that crap. But people are so fearful. If this is what's going on for you, you're the only sign who's pulled the Five of Pentacles. Look what's coming your way. I guarantee you, I don't know what this Four of Pentacles is about. It could just be that you're also dealing with someone who just doesn't want to open the heart. It's heartbreaking, Sag, and we're dealing with someone who doesn't want to open the heart. Heartbreaking. And sometimes when we work with it, it's one of the biggest life-changing processes we can ever do. Because it's almost like, what's that? The sort of Oliver? That sort of sense about trying to get love or something from a brick wall. It's almost like if any of you are doing that, just no more. Even if you have to cry for 6 months, just don't go there. And for the rest of you, this is financial opportunities. I swear, if you're having stress, something's going to change for you. Guaranteed. Anyhow, Sarge, I don't know if I rambled a bit. I'm in a very, very, very odd mood. And I'm actually going to go and switch off now. Go to bed and just switch off. So please forgive me if it was weird. We live in very, very, very weird times. It was a little bit of a strange reading. Not a bad reading. Especially not financially, by the way. But I sort of felt there was a relationship dynamic going on there. And I have to go with the hunches I'm given. And the way that I look at it, if one person got the message, it's their message. And you know what? If it's not you, Sag, then just send blessings to the other person. That's what brings on this energy. Like that. Like that, okay? Trust me on that one. Much, much love, Sagittarius. And again, I really hope you're all safe from harm. Okay? Much love. Bye.